Back in 1971, a surgeon named Dr. Judah Folkman walked into a room at Harvard Medical School and said something that almost destroyed his reputation. He told a crowd of senior scientists that tumors can't grow bigger than a pinhead unless they build their own blood supply first. People laughed, openly. His colleagues called it ridiculous. Fast forward 4 decades, and that same idea became the backbone of over 30 FDA-approved cancer drugs used in hospitals around the world today. Now, here's where it gets wild. New research is revealing that certain foods, and I'm not talking about the usual blueberries and broccoli you've heard about 1,000 times, can actually do what those billion-dollar drugs were built to do. They can choke off a tumor's blood supply, and some of them can even fix broken DNA before it ever turns into cancer. So, let's get something straight right away. This isn't another eat your vegetables lecture. Today, we're going deep into 7 foods that most people have never even considered. Some grow on remote mountain slopes in Central Asia. One comes from the ocean. Another has been eaten in Japan for centuries, but the Western world still barely knows it exists. Every single one of them is backed by published research from respected universities and cancer institutes. And by the end of this, you'll know exactly what they are, what the science says, and how to actually use them. But first, you need to understand 2 things happening inside your body right now that make all of this possible.
The first one is called angiogenesis. Fancy word, simple idea. It just means the growth of new blood vessels. Your body does this all the time to heal wounds, build muscle, and keep organs alive. But here's the catch. Cancer cells hijack this system. They send out chemical signals begging your body to grow blood vessels directly into the tumor. Without that blood supply, a tiny cluster of cancer cells just sits there, completely harmless, smaller than a grain of rice. It can stay like that for years, decades even. Dr. William Lee, a Harvard-trained physician who runs the Angiogenesis Foundation, showed that a tumor without blood vessel access stays frozen at about 1 to 2 millimeters. You couldn't spot it with any scanner on the planet, but the moment those vessels connect, that same tiny speck can explode into something dangerous in a matter of days. So the logic is straightforward. If you can stop tumors from building a blood supply, you can stop them from ever becoming a threat. Drug companies figured this out and made billions. What they didn't tell you is that certain foods do something remarkably similar through the exact same pathways. The second thing is DNA repair, and this one's just as important. Every day, your DNA takes somewhere around 10,000 to 100,000 hits. Sunlight, pollution, processed food chemicals, even the normal process of your cells dividing creates errors. Your body has an entire crew of repair enzymes dedicated to fixing these breaks before they become permanent mutations. It's like a pothole crew working on a highway 24 hours a day. But here's the problem. If that crew doesn't have the right materials, the potholes pile up, mutations stack on top of each other, and eventually one of those mutations flips the wrong switch, and a normal cell turns cancerous. Certain vitamins, minerals, and specific plant compounds directly power those repair enzymes and keep them running at full capacity. Take them away, and the system starts failing silently. Feed them in consistently, and you've got a well-equipped maintenance crew keeping your genetic code clean. All right, now let's talk about the actual foods. And I promise you, at least a few of these are going to catch you completely off guard.
Let's start with watercress. Yeah, watercress. That little peppery green that most people walk right past in the grocery store without a second thought. Turns out, it might be one of the most powerful DNA protectors you can eat. In 2007, Dr. Chris Gill and Professor Ian Rowland at the University of Ulster in Northern Ireland ran a legit randomized clinical trial. They recruited 60 healthy adults. Half of them were smokers. Each person ate about 85 grams, roughly 3 ounces, of raw watercress every day for 8 weeks. Then the researchers pulled blood samples and measured actual DNA damage in the participants' cells using something called the COMET assay. The results blew the entire research team away. Baseline DNA damage dropped by 17%. Oxidative damage to DNA fell by nearly 24%. And the smokers, the people whose DNA was getting hammered the hardest, they saw the biggest improvements. Their lutein levels doubled. Beta-carotene shot up by a third. The compound doing the heavy lifting is called PEITC, short for phenethyl isothiocyanate. It switches on your body's detox enzymes and physically shields your DNA from chemical damage. This study was published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, one of the most respected nutrition journals in the world. So how do you use it? Toss it in salads. Throw a handful into a smoothie. Eat it raw as a side dish. A couple of generous handfuls, 3 or 4 times a week, gives you real protection based on what the research shows. Now let's travel to Japan for food number 2, natto. If you haven't tried it, here's a heads up. It's sticky, it's stringy, it smells strong. A lot of first-timers struggle with it. But what natto lacks in Western appeal, it makes up for with absolutely jaw-dropping cancer research. Natto is the richest food source on Earth for a specific form of vitamin K2 called menaquinone 7, and a massive European study called EPIC Heidelberg tracked more than 24,000 people for over 10 years. Dr. Katharina Nimch and her team at the German Cancer Research Center published the findings in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2010. People eating the most menaquinones had a 28% lower risk of dying from cancer. Period. For men specifically, an earlier analysis from the same group found that high menaquinone intake was linked to a 35% lower risk of prostate cancer overall, and a staggering 63% drop in advanced prostate cancer. Let that sink in for a second. 63%. Dr. Cees Vermeer at the University of Maastricht, one of the world's top vitamin K researchers, pointed out that long-chain menaquinones travel preferentially to tissues like the prostate and arterial walls. In lab studies, these compounds suppress new blood vessel growth in tumors, trigger cancer cell death, and block malignant cell replication. One small serving of natto, maybe 40 to 50 grams, about a quarter cup, delivers more menaquinone 7 than anything else you could possibly eat. If the taste throws you off, mix it into hot rice with soy sauce and some mustard. Stir it into miso soup. Give it 3 tries before you give up. Your cells will thank you.
Food number 3 is black seed, also called Nigella sativa, or black cumin. People across the Middle East, South Asia, and North Africa have used this seed for thousands of years. Ancient texts describe it as a remedy for everything except death. Modern science? It's starting to agree. The star compound is thymoquinone. A detailed review published in the journal Oncotarget mapped out exactly how this molecule attacks cancer from multiple directions at once. It triggers apoptosis, which is basically a self-destruct command that forces cancer cells to kill themselves. It blocks VEGF signaling, which is the exact signal tumors use to grow blood vessels into themselves. It dials down the NF-kappa B inflammatory pathway that cancer cells exploit to survive and spread. And here's the part that really gets researchers excited. Thymoquinone shows selective toxicity. It hammers cancer cells while leaving healthy cells mostly untouched. That's incredibly rare. Researchers at Mashhad University of Medical Sciences reviewed human clinical trials and confirmed that black seed is safe for oral consumption. Studies in pharmacological research and molecular cancer research showed it can even make stubborn, drug-resistant cancer cells respond to chemotherapy again. Take 1 teaspoon of cold-pressed black seed oil daily on an empty stomach, or drizzle it on salads. Sprinkle the whole seeds over bread, or stir them into raw honey. Just don't cook it at high heat. That destroys the good stuff. Alright, food number 4 is one most Westerners have never even seen. Sea buckthorn. It's a bright orange berry that grows wild in the mountain regions of Europe and Central Asia. Tibetan and Mongolian healers have used it for centuries, and the science is finally catching up.
A major review in Frontiers in Pharmacology looked at sea buckthorn's anti-cancer activity, and the evidence is seriously compelling. Researchers named Goel and colleagues tested the berry extract, which they labeled RH3, and found something remarkable. It blocked radiation-induced DNA strand breaks in a dose-dependent way. The more extract they used, the more DNA was protected. Even crazier, the extract made cell nuclei so resistant that they could withstand radiation doses that would normally obliterate genetic material. Another research group, led by Padmavathi, showed that sea buckthorn activated an entire squad of detox enzymes: glutathione S-transferase, glutathione peroxidase, catalase, superoxide dismutase, and actually prevented chemically induced skin cancer in animal studies. The berry also boosts the activity of interferon regulatory factor 1, a known tumor suppressor that tells cancer cells to self-destruct. Sea buckthorn packs over 190 different bioactive compounds, including isoramnitin and quercetin, both of which shut down the VEGF receptors tumors depend on. You can get it as a juice, an oil supplement, or dried berries. 2 tablespoons of pure sea buckthorn juice a day, or 1 teaspoon of the oil, gives you a solid protective dose. Now, food number 5, this one is going to make you do a double take. I almost didn't include it because it sounds so strange. Squid ink. Yes, the dark, black fluid that squids shoot out when a predator attacks them. People in Spain, Italy, and Japan have eaten it for generations, in all kinds of pasta, risotto, and rice dishes. But scientists recently discovered something nobody expected. A study in the journal Carbohydrate Polymers isolated specific polysaccharides from squid ink and put them to the test. These compounds inhibited angiogenesis. They blocked cancer cell invasion. They stopped migration, the process tumors use to spread to other organs. The Angiogenesis Foundation called it the first study to show that squid ink derivatives could serve as a foundation for anti-tumor therapies targeting blood supply and metastasis. Dr. William Lee himself lists squid ink as one of his recommended anti-angiogenic foods in his book, Eat to Beat Disease. His research team tested it directly and found that squid ink polysaccharides powerfully block the formation of new blood vessels that tumors need. Want to try it? Grab a box of squid ink pasta from any decent grocery store. Those black noodles you've probably seen but never picked up? That's it. You can also buy small packets of pure squid ink and stir them into seafood sauces, rice, or risotto. Even eating it once or twice a week introduces these unusual protective compounds into your system. Food number 6 is moringa. In South Asia, people call it the drumstick tree. In parts of Africa, they call it the miracle tree. And honestly, the science is starting to justify that nickname. A detailed review published in Evidence-Based Complementary and Alternative Medicine confirmed that moringa extracts show genuine anti-cancer effects in both cell studies and animal models. Researchers at the Korea Atomic Energy Research Institute found that cold water moringa leaf extract killed lung cancer cells through apoptosis while causing far less damage to normal, healthy cells. That selectivity is exactly what you want. Then, a separate study in PLOS1 by scientists at Prince Sultan Military Medical City in Saudi Arabia went even further. They tested moringa leaf and bark extracts on breast and colorectal cancer cell lines. Colony formation dropped by 70 to 90%. Cell motility, which is how cancer spreads, decreased dramatically. The key compounds doing the work include isothiocyanates, quercetin, camphorol, and eugenol. Together, they jam the cell cycle, force cancer cells into self-destruction, and disrupt the signaling networks tumors rely on. Moringa leaf powder is easy to find online or at health food stores. Stir 1 to 2 teaspoons into a morning smoothie, soup, or just warm water with lemon. You can also brew the dried leaves as tea or toss fresh leaves into a salad. And finally, food number 7, Oregano. I know what you're thinking. The pizza herb? Really? But stay with me. A review in the journal Nutrients examined oregano extract specifically in the context of breast cancer. The extract, loaded with phenolic acids and flavanol derivatives, reduced the expression of VEGFR2. That's one of the main receptors tumors use to hijack your blood vessel system. When you block that receptor, you cut the communication line between the tumor and your circulatory system. Oregano also contains rosmarinic acid, carvacrol, and thymol, which are proven antioxidants that protect DNA from oxidative damage. Research on Mediterranean diet patterns found that dried oregano contains an unusually high concentration of polyphenols compared to other common herbs. And here's the detail that matters most. Dried oregano is way more potent than fresh. The drying process concentrates everything, so 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried oregano across your daily meals, sprinkled on roasted vegetables, stirred into tomato sauce, mixed into salad dressing, or tossed over scrambled eggs, that's all it takes.
All right, now that you know all 7 foods, let me give you 3 simple rules that make them work even harder. Rule 1. Combine them. Don't rely on just one. Dr. William Lee's team tested food combinations in the lab and found that certain pairs blocked blood vessel growth far more effectively than either food tested alone. So when you eat oregano-seasoned tomato sauce alongside moringa salad and wash it down with sea buckthorn juice, you're hitting cancer's defenses from every possible angle. Rule 2. Be consistent. This isn't about eating a mountain of watercress once and forgetting about it. Your DNA repair systems and your angiogenesis defenses respond to regular, steady input. A tablespoon of black seed oil every single morning does far more than a huge dose once a month. It's the same logic as exercise. 30 minutes of walking every day beats running 1 marathon a year and sitting still the rest of the time. Rule 3. Prepare them right. Raw watercress keeps its PEITC intact better than cooked watercress. Black seed oil loses potency when heated. Natto works best at room temperature. Sea buckthorn juice retains more bioactives when cold-pressed. Squid ink holds up well in gentle cooking, but not in extreme heat. These details seem small, almost trivial, but they genuinely add up to real differences in what your body can actually absorb and use for protection.
Look, I want to be completely honest with you here. No single food is a magic bullet against cancer. Anyone who tells you otherwise is probably selling something. Cancer is complicated, and these foods aren't replacements for medical treatment, regular screening, or your doctor's advice. But here's what the published research from some of the most respected institutions on the planet is telling us. Your body already has the machinery to fight cancer. It can strangle a tumor's blood supply before it ever grows big enough to cause harm. It can stitch broken DNA back together before a mutation becomes permanent. It can hunt down abnormal cells and eliminate them around the clock. That machinery is running inside you right this moment, today, as you're listening to this. The only question is whether you're feeding it what it needs to do its job properly. Watercress, natto, black seed, sea buckthorn, squid ink, moringa, oregano. 7 foods, all backed by real, published, peer-reviewed science. All accessible and affordable. Pick one this week, add another the next week. Build slowly, stay consistent, and let your body do what it was literally designed to do. If this video helped you learn something new, type yes in the comments below. That one word motivates us more than you know, and it pushes us to keep researching and producing content like this. Go ahead and smash that like button so this video reaches more people who genuinely need to hear it. Share it with a friend, a parent, a sibling, anyone you care about. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.